Simone Biles has responded to a critic who she claims misconstrued her abortion stance by interpreting it as her lack of concern for children in the foster care system. Along with this, her recent bronze medal win at the Olympics on the balance beam after her dramatic exit and re-entry. Simone Biles got candid about her foster care experience while discussing her abortion stance. Simone Biles defended her abortion stance, claiming she was misconstrued for a social media post in which she revealed she supports abortion rights. The Olympic star, who recently won silver and bronze medals in Tokyo, took to Instagram on Monday night to express her displeasure with how her stance was portrayed as being unconcerned about children in foster care. Biles was raised in the system. Biles originally asked for unpopular opinions on her Instagram story, one of which was that abortion is wrong. I already know this is going to start the biggest argument and may even lose followers, but I'm very pro-choice, Biles responded on Instagram. It's your body, your choice. Also, for everyone gonna say just put it up for adoption, it's not that easy, and coming from someone who is in the foster care system, trust me, the foster care system is broken and it's tough, especially on the kids and young adults who age out, and adoption is expensive. I'm just saying. As a result of that response, someone wrote in a now-deleted tweet, "Thoughts with all the children in the foster care system today who are being told by @Simone Biles that their lives are worthless and that they would be better off dead." Biles vehemently responded to that tweet with her own thread of messages that read, "Do not misconstrue my words," she wrote. "That is not at all what I implied. I did not say I support aborting rather than to put them through the foster care system. What I did imply is that you should not control someone else's body. Decision. Let's be real. What you care about is control. I have forever and will continue to support foster kids, as I was one. I've been an advocate for foster kids and the system, but you wouldn't know that because you don't follow me. You just like to open your mouth," she continued stating. "Also, if you have a fake account, don't even talk to me. Y'all tick me off to no end. I'm done because you'll twist my words however it feels fitting to spew hate. Also, if anyone is seeing this, just know I support you doing whatever feels fitting for you." Biles, the third of four siblings, was born on March 14, 1997 in Columbus, Ohio. Simone's birth mother, Shannon Biles, was unable to take care of her or her three other children, Adria, Ashley, and Tevin. All four of them were in and out of foster care. After learning that his grandchildren had been placed into foster care, Simone Biles' biological grandfather, Ron Biles, and his wife started temporarily caring for Shannon's children in the North Houston suburb of Spring, Texas in 2000. Simone and her younger sister Adria were officially adopted in 2003 by the couple. The two oldest children were then adopted by Ron's sister, Shannon's Aunt Harriet. Biles obtained Belizean citizenship through her adoptive mother and considers Belize to be her second home. When interviewed about her early life, she had this to say, which was very inspiring to say the least. "My road to success began the day my grandfather and his wife officially adopted my sister and me," Simone stated. "Although I was young when my foster care ordeal began, I remember how it felt to be passed off and overlooked. Like nobody knew me or wanted to know me. Like my talents didn't count and my voice didn't matter. Finding a family made me feel like I mattered." Simone Biles wins bronze medal in brave Olympics comeback. The United States had just been beaten by the Russians in the gymnastics qualifying round a week prior, and Simone Biles was under immense pressure to win her country's third consecutive Olympic team title. The Americans could hear the commotion from the rest of the team, and they headed into their next session in a panic. Everything went horribly wrong. Her bar act was a complete disaster. Surprisingly, the beam was in excellent condition. She then moved to the floor to practice her floor routine, doing some leaps and turns before attempting to fall. "That's when the wires just snapped," Biles said. "Things were just not connecting, and I don't know what went wrong." Biles struggled for the next week with an unfathomable problem, a gap between her head and body that stopped her from competing safely. She then decided to pull out of the team final while it was still going on, and then she pulled out of 4 additional finals before they ever started. She met with medical staff on a regular basis and with a sports psychologist twice a week. Simone was racing the clock to make sure the last image of her competing at the Olympics wasn't of her barely landing on her feet after a terrifyingly wobbly vault. She did just that on Tuesday night in Tokyo with a solid performance on the balance beam and a bronze medal to reclaim a podium she had to abandon. Teenage sensations in China, Chen Guan 16 and Shi Jin Tang 18 won gold and silver respectively in the final routine of the night, with Guan scoring 14.633. Tang's 14.233 had come just after Biles, so it was clear from the start that the American would not be walking away with the fairy tale gold. Biles' routine, which included 3 backflips in a row, appeared to be flawless in execution, but it was judged to be less challenging than the Chinese competitors. meters. Before she had even landed, Biles began to smile, and she was swarmed by other competitors who raced to hug her. She waved to the throngs of press photographers and multi-platform broadcasters. "I'm pretty happy. I wasn't expecting to get a medal. I just came out here and tried to do a good beam set," Biles said following her bronze medal achievement. "Just to have one more opportunity to compete at the Olympics meant the world to me," she continued. "I had nerves, but I felt pretty good," said Biles. "I was a little bit nervous for the dismount just because we had to switch it, and I probably haven't done a double pike dismount since I was 12 years old, so it was kind of hard to control that. I know some of us are going through the same things, and we're always told to push through it, but we're all a little bit older now, and we can kind of speak for ourselves," she said. "At the end of the day, we're not just entertainment, we're humans, and there are things behind the scenes that we're also trying to juggle, as well as sport. My mental and physical health is better than any medal." Biles was asked about the hostility she received from some quarters after she withdrew from the team event while speaking to NBC after earning bronze. She drew attention to the most blatantly incorrect story she felt was being promoted, that I was at no risk and mental health isn't a serious issue, that it was basically a cop-out, she said. "The girls saw me in training. My coaches saw me in training. I physically couldn't do it safely because I was getting so lost in the air." She told NBC she was very shocked to have won a medal on the beam. "This means more than all of the golds because I have pushed through so much the last 5 years and the last week while I've been here," said Biles. "It was very emotional, and I'm just proud of myself and just all of these girls as well. We've had a lot of tears combined because as much as we're happy for Team USA, in the back it was a little bit heartbreaking to know that she could have been out there and she could have hopefully earned some medals as well," said Kanteko Landy. "But she was the best cheerleader. She wanted to be here. She wasn't forced. That was her own will to be here, and she was really proud of all of them." Kanteko Landy competed in the 1996 Olympics before retiring from professional sports in 1999. Biles was praised for having the guts to withdraw and defend her safety. According to her, "I don't think I would have had the guts to say, 'I'm not okay,'" she said. "I think I would have probably just crashed somewhere and probably injured myself. I think for me, she's the first one at a meeting at the biggest stage to say, 'I'm not okay.' A lot of people don't understand it, but we do. I never would have imagined someone saying it, but I know I would have not said a word. I would have just pretended to be okay and keep going and probably not end well." And there you have it, everything you need to know about Simone Biles and her very candid moment about her experience within foster care and her stance on abortion, along with the recent bronze medal win at the Tokyo Olympics after her surprising exit and re-entry. We're curious to hear your thoughts about the topics we spoke about today. What do you think about Simone's candid comments about these sensitive topics? Regardless, she's truly a role model to so many, and hearing her speak on important issues to many of her fans is very admirable.